I mean, I was out for dinner with these two Tuesday night in Mexico. We found a lovely tapas restaurant, and it was one of the nicest meals I've had in a while. But it'll be forever ruined by social media because just at the end of that, I was like, "I'll get this, lads. I'll get this." Yeah, giving it the big and throwing the credit card in. 10 minutes later, we find out that our jobs are potentially in jeopardy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Tip Your Caddie. I'm your host, Dougie Buckets. Podcast powered by Spiked Aid. Guys, we have Jonathan, Ricey, and Adam on the pod. Reoccurring guests. Fellas, how have you been? What's going on? What's up, boys? Let's go through and just tell the people who you are, where you caddy, who you caddy for.
Yeah, I caddy for Cameron Tringali on LIV.
Adam, let's get into you.
Yeah, very boring story. Caddy for Thomas Peters on what is at the moment called LIV. Long may it continue.
Long may it continue, indeed.
Yeah, club caddying background, yada, 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 20 years on tour, many mistakes, few wins, a lot of fuck-ups.
Few smelly towels.
Ricey, let's get into you, buddy.
Hey, buddy. So I'm Chris Rice, caddy for Harold Varner. There's never a boring time in the world of HV3, so yeah, let's crack on, boys. Good to be back on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to talk more about the club caddy level. We'll get into what you guys are doing at Caddy Clubhouse, but like, how did you guys get into the game of caddying? I don't know if we talked about this. I feel like it was mostly on the pro side, but like, Jonathan, what was your first loop ever?
Yeah, so my first one, I attempted to play, and my first caddying round ended my playing career, and I was it ended all my dreams. And I've told this before, but yeah, so I was attempting to play, and we were down. One of my best friends, Danny Willett, was he'd just got on tour. We were down in Spain playing these mini tours. There was like three of us. I was having a nightmare playing, and it was doing my head in like, you know, it does everyone else. And he'd come down for a week because the weather was bad, and my other two friends were playing the tournament. I was like, I'm not playing. I've just had enough. I was sick of it.
Oh,
and I was like, Dan, you know, if you're going to practice, I'm just going to come and caddy for 9 holes. Anyway, we went to play his course that we'd been playing played it 2 or 3 times a week in practice. And the first hole was like a dog leg left. We hit it to the corner with like a 3-wood even driver sometimes, in it like an 8-iron on the green. And he stood there and he said, so what's the play? I was like, well, just to the corner and hit like an 8 or 9-iron up. And he goes, well, what's that bunker to carry? And I was like, well, it's 295, but you know, it's not. He goes, oh, I'll just hit it over that. So anyway, this thing took off, and mid-air, I'm like, oh my God, that's just so different. It's at middle of the fairway, wedge, like it's sand wedge to 6 foot, taps it in, shoots 5 under for 9 holes without breaking a sweat. And yeah, I walked off and I was like, that's me done. I was like, I'm not at that level. Like, I'm grinding. I was doing 10-hour days, grinding my arse off. So my first caddying round basically ended my playing career. But I've made.
He was some player as an amateur smarty, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, but it was his first year as pro with Ricey, but it was just so different. You know, it's like we're probably used to it now, like in our job. But like caddying, I'm like, yeah, that was first time. It wasn't even obviously official round or anything. It was just me caddying for him, and it was just night and day. So yeah, luckily my first caddying round got me into
I kind of have a similar story. I moved down to be a caddy at 23 to Kiwa Island. I was like, I'm gonna go be a caddy. I'm gonna go try to get my golf game the way I want it to be. And then the first round I play with these caddies that are used to playing golf year round. I mean, they're just playing they're shooting under par in 20-mile-an-hour winds on a true links course on an island, and I'm out there shooting 20 over thinking I'm going to be a tour player, dude. So I was like, no, I think I'm going to stick with carrying the bag for a while.
It's a joke, isn't it? I mean, I remember talking about Danny Willett and how we started our caddying career. I was very similar to Smarty, was off +3, had a decent standard. And I remember playing the English amateur at Royal St. George's, and I shot 2 average round. I think I missed a cut by like 1 or 2, and I was down there with a few of the lads from the golf club. Dave Horsey was down there, James Robinson was down there, who was a member at S&A, and I think he got Danny Willett in the semis, and he was like, "Oh, do you fancy caddying for me?" I was like, "Yeah, all right, perfect." I mean, he was an absolute joke. I've never seen anyone hole so many putts in my life, and he must have shot 6 or 7 under, cruised it, I think he ended up winning that. Did he win the English Amateur that year, Smarty?
Yeah, it was last year as amateur.
He did, yeah.
Won it.
It was a joke. But yeah, I remember caddying thinking this is an absolute joke, and I'm very similar to Smarty. Missed a couple of cuts, caddied, and I was like, I don't think I can play golf anymore watching these boys. It's a joke. They play a different game to me, and they were all like very, like the standard back then. Like I remember caddying for Dave Horsey, he was off like +5. Like +5 back in the day was like a ridiculous handicap. Slightly different now because I mean the handicap systems all changed, but like back in the day, +5 was like ridiculous, Smarty, weren't it?
Oh yeah, it was obscene, yeah.
But yeah, that was my first caddying gig. Awesome. I mean, you're in the Hamptons now. Smarty's got some great stories about the Hamptons when we went there playing golf. Jesus Christ!
Speaking of club caddies, right? we had 2 guys caddying, and me and Ricey had quite a good night the night before. Ricey's caddy must have had the quietest round he's ever had in his life. I'll let Ricey tell the story.
Well, I mean, we must have had about an hour's sleep, and we were going to play Maidstone, and this guy, we were playing with one of the members, and we pitched up, and I mean, I was still drunk, and I'm going through a phase where I'm working on my golf swing at the time, and I'm stood on the range, and I'm like getting in these positions, and Smarty's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I actually don't know. I'm still pretty pissed, but I'm trying to get it in here. I'm trying to work it down there, and I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it all over the place on the range, aren't I, Smarty? I'm like, I feel like shit here. I'm like, I need to figure my head out. And I remember getting on the first tee. And was it the caddy that started talking to me? He started like introducing. I says, "I'm gonna stop you right there, mate." And it's the opposite to how we teach now. I go, "I'm gonna stop you right there, mate." I said, "Do not talk to me for the next 3 or 4 holes, as like just let me get my head together." Because he was like, he wouldn't shut up, like, and I was like being nice, like introducing himself, talking about the golf course, like he was being great, and I was like, I can't deal with this right now. I was like, just leave me alone for 3 or 4 holes, and then you can talk about whatever you want to me. I mean, I was literally walking for the first 4 holes with my head down like this. Like, don't talk to me. I got to like halfway round. I said to this member who we were playing with, I was like, "Buddy," I was like, "Is there a halfway house or something where we can get a drink here?" I was like, I've hit a major wall. And I got a drink, and I was sort of felt all right. Then I went over to the caddy. I was like, "Listen, mate, I'm sorry. My head was spinning. I just needed some quiet time." But it was the best golf course, and I should have been enjoying it. Smarty's like pissing himself, laughing, taking a piss out of me. Oh my God. It was brilliant. What a day we had.
Honestly,
I mean, I must have lost about 15 golf balls. This poor caddy was in the high shit all day looking for my balls.
You're such a dick for making him still look for your golf ball when you're that banged up.
And he had 2 bags on his back as well. And Smarty was on the left and I was on the right.
That's a good one.
What a place. So, I mean, them caddies were unbelievable down there. They were great kids. Great, they couldn't do enough for us. They were brilliant.
We skipped over. Hold on, we skipped over the main man, top left. Adam, dude, come on, get in the convo, bro. Tell him.
Yeah. How did I get into caddying? Well, yeah, I started a very different route. Club caddying. Best 4 years of my life. Left school, went straight club caddying. Timing was perfect. New Americanized club opened up, southwest of London. Still a great golf club. Had some great memories there. Made some great friends. I think as a 16-year-old only child, club caddying really it helped me. Just in terms of social skills and personality and networking. It was fantastic. It was absolutely. I swear now, I will end up club caddying when I finish on tour.
That's awesome.
Which, by the way, might be sooner than we all think.
Come on,
dude, guys. I was gonna save this for later, but fuck it. You guys want to talk? I don't give a fuck. This is Tip Your Caddie exclusive, guys. What is the vibe going on at LIV right now? Like,
let's come back to that one. Let's go back to Tip Your Caddie. So last time I was on,
what the fuck? I just did that for you.
Last time I was on,
you said it 3 times.
There's a new host on Tip Your Caddie podcast.
That's crazy.
Right. So it's only because it's Tip Your Caddie, yeah. So Tip Your Caddie, obviously, it's a great name. But that strikes a chord with me. When I was working in this club, there was this one member. I mean, this dude, you could do. I mean, this guy could have a hole-in-one, course records. Every single time the tip was the same. He was consistently £5, which by today's money is barely $7. And I mean, I'm like,
what
you
the
could
fuck?
do, yeah, £5, and it doesn't matter. And everybody that went out there and tried to crack him, they're like, it became like a great thing because we were like, a tip back then, you'd get maybe £40 a round, and you get £20 tips. You're getting £60, short, whatever that is, today's money. But there's just one guy, and he would not go above £5. So it was the job that no one wanted. But it became a bit of a game where we're like, right, we're going to break him. We're going to get him up. We're going to get him up to 10 or even the withering heights of 20. And we just couldn't do it. And then there's this one caddy, halfway through the round, he said to him, he said, why do you tip £5? And he said, well, that's just what I choose to do. I don't want to pay anymore. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, for the rest of the round, I'm not going to get your divots. I'm not going to read your putts. I'm not going to rate your bunkers. And I might not even clean your clubs. And this guy was like, all right, fair enough. And then this member proceeded to go around, do his own divots, rake his own bunkers, and it got known as the £5 treatment. And it was just fantastic. And this guy never went above £5. He actually ended up leaving Queenwood, but just seeing a very successful businessman like rake his own bunker and put his own divots back, didn't tip his caddy very well.
I bet you can't wait till September, Ad.
Yeah, I'll be back there. Hopefully he's left. Yeah, no, I think we've got a few more years left in us, hopefully.
Dude,
go on, Dougie. What were you about to say before I rudely interrupted you?
No, I mean, well, I want to talk about tipping. Like, thank God times have changed. Like, the standard has gone way above. Caddies are making more money. You guys know that. I know that at the club level. And I think it's because people are seeing the real value in any sort of caddy, the tour caddy, the club caddy, even like the Evan Scholars caddies. Like, any caddy, in my opinion, brings a real value and experience to the game. Adam, you seem to be dying to talk about it, but what is the vibe in the locker room? Caddies, I really don't care what the players are. You kind of hear them vocalizing what's happening with LIV, but what's the vibe in the caddy room right now with what's going on with LIV?
I mean, for me personally, it's just get the head down. Like, genuinely, I know what you know, Dougie. Like,
yeah.
There's no secrets or not. There's nothing like, and for me, it's business as usual, getting my head down, doing the same job, whether we're playing for 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 20 million. It's just, you're basically going through the same motions. You keep professional. I'll be lying if it's not a bit unnerving hearing some of the rumours and the headlines and whatever, but ultimately it's out of our control. I don't know what the guys think, but that's my approach.
Yeah.
I think it's way different this week than it was in Mexico, that's for sure. I think it come a bit out of the blue in Mexico. So a lot of the guys, like the constant talk everyone was talking about, it was the talk on the range, it was talk on the putting green. And I think a lot of people have had time to soak it in. Obviously, I had conversations with Scott O'Neill and whatever's gone on behind the scenes. I mean, this week seems pretty chilled. Everyone's pretty optimistic about things and just it's back to work, basically. There's not really been any chat about it. Obviously now and again, but I think the caddies are just, at the end of the day, like Adam said, it's out of our control. We can only do what we can do. And come end of August, if something does bad happen, then we'll figure it out, I'm sure. But I'm pretty confident. I think we'll keep going. I think they've got a great team there that'll lead us into the future. And again, we'll just do what we can do best at what we do, and crack on.
Yeah, that's kind of how I figured. it's kind of like, I don't mean to sound like the same because the money's a lot different, but even at the club level, when they're making like a caddy master change or like a general manager change, you're kind of, it really is just there's nothing really you can do as a caddy to really impact anything. So you're just like, I'm just gonna keep my head down, keep working, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, it's out of our control, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's different. There's no point worrying about it, because the more we worry about it, I mean, we could come September and it's like, right, boys, let's go. We're in for another 5 years. Great.
Yeah, that's true.
Or they could say like, all right, boys, we're done. So we can only cross that bridge when we come to. We just got to do the best job we can do at the moment, and whatever happens, happens. We might be coming to hold the microphone for you.
No, dude, you guys can come stay on. I have one couch. You can probably fit 2 of you, and then we'll get an air mattress up in the in one of the rooms. You guys just come hang out.
We'll tip you a $5.
The thing is, Dougie, I think in our industry as caddies, we've probably taken it the best because we've got zero job security. So like, there's no guarantees, is there? So like, is it great news? No, it's not great news. Hopefully we get things figured out, but we have zero security, zero job security. So you just take another punch, really.
Yeah, and I wonder if that will ever change. I don't, but like, it really, how would you change that? You know what I mean? Do you unionize?
Would you like
do that, or like, I mean, it's a weird thing to think about that caddies at any level have zero fucking job security. Most of the time, no health benefits, no 401ks, no nothing. You know what I mean? We're just like, either you got a really good player, he's playing on tour, and you're kind of just hoping he does his thing, or you're at a really nice club and you're making a bunch of money. But other than that, there's no fallback options. Either you keep that job, or it's like you got to put your head down and find something else, dude. It's a strange job to have.
I mean, we're pretty fucking good at winging it. Caddies are pretty good at winging it. We're the fucking best wingers, and we're the best blaggers. It's fucking great.
What do you think about it all, Jonathan?
I just think like we've got a lot of upside in the job. Yeah. Like, look at the tips you can make club caddying. Look at on tour.
What,
like,
$5?
Yeah, maybe not that one, but but like on tour, like you have one good week, it changes your life. But like all of a sudden, you change it too much, and I don't know if those benefits come with it. I think there's probably a balance somewhere. Would you like to see it change at club caddying level?
I would just like to see. Well, to be honest, one thing that I didn't think I was going to bring up on this pod, but like, one thing that I see changing, like what's happening at Pebble Beach, what they're doing with the caddies, making them hourly employees. I just don't necessarily agree with them doing that. You're basically increasing the price for players to play the golf course and decreasing what the caddies make, and it's all just for like corporate profit. And I'm like, how did they convince a golf course to do that to their biggest asset, in my opinion? And I was
it's your biggest touch point, isn't it? By a country mile. Like, your caddy has got 4 or 5 hours with your golfer, your guest, your guest. Like, there is no one else in the golf club that's going to be with your member or guest for that long.
Nope.
Like, you should cherish them more than arguably a lot of the other employees.
Yeah,
it's a weird one.
Yeah, and I think like, and obviously it's a different world out here, but I do think the clubs in the Hamptons sort of do it the best, where it's like, we're not employees, but they take care of us very well. And like, I just kind of know, like, if something goes wrong, like I can call on my caddy master and be like, hey, I'm messed up. Like, something's bad happened. Like, the club will kind of rally together. They support the caddy. That's what I think most clubs should do. I mean, we don't really need the like full-on health insurance. I think health insurance is a scam. That's a whole nother podcast we can get into, boys. but like, if you got a club full of a bunch of members, and like, if they're behind the caddies, I mean, it just goes a long way. Now, resort caddying, I don't know, they just make so much money that you should allow the caddies to make as much money as they possibly can. You know what I mean? That's kind of that's the Tip Your Caddie stance on it right there.
Yeah.
We played, going on to East Hampton, we played that as well when we were there, Smarty, didn't we? Great golf course.
You did.
Oh,
yeah.
you didn't play, did you?
No.
Great golf course. Caddies
Yeah, it's not bad. Dude, you really can't go wrong with the Hamptons.
No, the Caddies are great as well. I
Jerome.
don't think I've ever been to a golf course in America where the caddies are like arseholes or they're shit at what they do. A lot of them are really good at what they do. Like, and they know the golf course is like the back of their hand. They've just got to deal with arseholes like me that are hungover as shit and hitting it in the rough all the time.
I'll tell you what, if I ever get someone who goes through 15 balls, there's no shot I'm looking for your golf ball in the fescue. Like, no shot. Like, I'm walking right past it and just dropping
the fact that I had 15 golf balls in my bag was worrying. That's the thing.
Oh.
I bet you didn't pay for them.
Yeah, I did. Definitely. No, I didn't. I took them from the range.
Oh, boys. So I know you guys said that it's like heads down, keep going, but like, do you guys have like, would you go back to Queenwood? Would you try to go back to the DP tour? Like, what would be your next move if worst case scenario happens with LIV?
Well, I mean, I've worked for Thomas for nearly 11 years now, so obviously he'll always be my, he's been my priority, and I don't think he knows what he wants to do next. I don't know what the next chapter is in Thomas Peters, if there is a next chapter. But yeah, I mean, if things came to an end, I wouldn't be against going back to doing a bit of club caddying, or even if we had there was a transition period between LIV and LIV 2.0. Yeah, by all means. Probably said to you last year, my biggest regret ever was not going out to Seminole and doing I was supposed to go to Seminole and do the winter in Seminole, and then end up going on tour instead, and that not experiencing that was kind of one of my biggest regrets. But 100%, I'd love to go back and do a bit of club caddying.
I think
whether it's next year or when I retire, I don't, from tour, I don't know.
I think I know this company that just launched an app ad. We can try and maybe create some opportunities for you, mate.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
What a plug! Ricey, what a plug, dude. That's a businessman. Fuck it, we'll get into that too, boys.
Well, we might have a job in 4 months. I gotta do something.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You gotta get it out there. But let's get into Caddy Clubhouse. You guys are starting an app. That is the one thing that I got texted to ask about. What is this app we got going on?
Basically, obviously last time we came on, we were all about trying to create opportunities through the community, like whether it's club caddying, tour caddying, but we kind of predominantly focused on training. But as we went on, we realised there was ways to create a lot more opportunities, spoke to more clubs. And there's lots of clubs, especially in the UK, and it might be the same in America, and in different parts of the world that we spoke to, that were dying for caddies, but they didn't want a full caddy program. And then we spoke to clubs that have got caddy programs that wanted us to come in, do training, but the organisation of caddies was the big thing. So we've basically developed an app and a web platform to help existing caddy programs run caddy programs, and then have our pool of caddies available to work there if they want them. But then also these other clubs for big corporate days, events and stuff like that, we've managed to create partnerships now with these clubs where they're going to use caddies on days and just create more jobs. So whether it's a big a big corporate day effectively where they'd never be able to offer caddies, it'd just be buggies or whatever it be, now they can take caddies 20, 30 days a year. So it's been unbelievable, the response we've had. And now we can genuinely go about creating jobs for people, and then offering to train and help people if they want to try and progress through different levels. So it's actually been really cool. Working with clubs that have got existing caddy programs, but now we can really start creating some jobs at clubs that have never offered caddies before. And it's funny, some of the responses we've had, clubs have been dying to do this. They just didn't want to commit to having a full-time caddy program.
That is pretty cool. I like that.
So yeah.
Where's the coolest now? Are you guys US based or are you guys UK based?
It'll be coming to the US soon, yeah. Yeah, there's clubs that we're speaking to. So
let's go, boys.
Yeah, so it's going to be, there's clubs in Spain that are signing up, a lot in the UK. There's other parts of the world that are kind of approaching us now, and yeah, there's going to be some cool opportunities for caddies. So it's going to be good. Even pro-ams, lots of pro-ams, tours we're speaking to. like, to use it to kind of find caddies through there is perfect.
That
so,
is awesome. That's an awesome app, dude.
So I'm gonna give you a great example of how we when we first come on board, we were so gung ho about the tour caddying, and then obviously we brought Adam in, whose background is from club caddying, and he basically hey, there's a great career in club caddying as well. So we obviously had a massive focus on that. But I was playing JCB in the middle of last year and playing with a few of the lads and who was a member there, and we had a 4 caddy who was brilliant, knew the golf course like the back of his hand, just great on the greens, everything he'd done was great. And I was chatting to him about Caddy Clubhouse on the way around. He's like, listen, I'd love to do it. I've obviously been stuck in club caddying. Obviously, I enjoy it, but my goal is to get on tour. So he basically went through the course. We obviously partnered with the DP World Tour to provide. Was it Abu Dhabi Invitational, Smarty?
Abu Dhabi and then Dubai Invitational, yeah.
Yeah, so we sent a load of our caddies out to the Dubai and Abu Dhabi Invitational. The guy who was caddying at JCB, caddy for one of the amateurs who ended up winning the amateur part of the tournament with his pro. Obviously went on that. Now he's managed to get a job on the Hotel Planet Tour full time for an English guy. So we're creating also opportunities for club caddying into tour caddying and vice versa. So it's been good, mate.
So kudos to you guys for making some dope changes in the caddy world and providing more opportunities for guys who want to get out on the tour.
But it's also listening to you guys as well, having chats with guys like you and local club caddies and seeing what they want, seeing how they do things, how would you improve it? It's great.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. What are some of the courses you guys are stoked about overseas that, one, you're stoked to get your program involved there, but two, you're kind of stoked to play?
Oh, I went down to San Roque in Spain, and that one was I've never been there before, and I went round with the caddy master, and I was going around. It was like a mix of Spanish and an Australian golf course, and it was just unbelievable. That's one. If I could play ones that I've not played, that'd be top of the list.
Listen, we've got some great golf courses on board, and we're in talks with a lot of unbelievable golf courses, which I won't name at the moment. But the ones that we're actually talking to, I'm really excited to play. I mean, listen, we've got some great golf courses in the UK as well. Wallasey. I don't know whether you've ever been to Wallasey. One of my good friends became greenkeeper there about 5 years ago, and he's literally transformed the golf course. I mean, I've never seen a golf course, apart from a few in the States. The attention to detail on this place is ridiculous. Everyone comes over to the UK and they play Birkdale and they play St. George's, and these golf courses like Hoylake and stuff, the golf courses around these top golf courses just go a bit unnoticed. And this place is, I mean, there's so many Americans that are coming over now to play it. They're starting to get really busy because it's just, I mean, all year, even in the winter, I went there and it was a joke. The paths, walkways to the next tee, it's just ridiculous. It's a great golf course. So if anyone in the States does come over, which I guess they will do this year because of the Open, I mean, it's a great place to go.
Oh, dude, it sounds like you guys got it basically all figured out, which is kind of cool. I know when you're starting a business, it's you don't feel like you have it figured out, but the way you guys are able to describe to me what you're doing, so simply, but I know how complex it is on the back end, that's pretty cool. I mean, you guys are going to do some seriously awesome shit, especially with caddies, club caddies. My favorite thing about you guys give a path for two club caddies to get to the tour, because we talked about this on the last podcast. How you guys got to the tour was kind of not, I wouldn't say lucky. You guys are obviously skill based, but it kind of just it's networking along the way that got you there, and it's just kind of, hey, shit, I'm on tour now. That's kind of cool. Now you guys have a direct line from, hey, do you want to go for this? Here's your path. Go for it. That's awesome.
Yeah, and even what we found is some of the club caddies that have come and done some of the pro-ams, they're just really enjoying the pro-ams. It's they've just different experiences. Like maybe they don't want to kind of go full time, but they just want to go. Oh, do you know what? I'll do 2 or 3 pro.
Boys, any good stories from this season so far? Do you guys have any that come to mind that you were like, damn, this was funny or this was crazy? Like,
I think it's just been an absolute rollercoaster of emotions because, like, internally on LIV, like, you're in like a microclimate where it's just like everything's just positive. The way we start the season off, you know, you go from night golf to 120,000 fans the following week. Hong Kong amazing, Singapore amazing, South Africa epic, and you go to Mexico and it's like, I think that's the thing. Like going back to what we were talking about before, I think for me it's the shock. Still don't think it's sunk in. We felt like we were on such a great tangent, and we were just the momentum was amazing. And I know they use that word a lot on LIV, momentum, but we were flying.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, someone's go like that. I mean, I was out for dinner with these two Tuesday night in Mexico. We found a lovely tapas restaurant. And it was one of the nicest meals I'd had in a while, but it'll be forever ruined by social media. Because just at the end of that, I was like, I'll get this, lads, I'll get this. Yeah, giving it the big and throwing the credit card in. 10 minutes later, we find out that our jobs are potentially in jeopardy. And yeah, so I'd say there isn't one story that stands out for me, but it has just been like that and like that and like that. But for me, I'd say emotionally, it's the shock of the way it came. It's not. I guess you could go, oh, yeah, the business, the numbers. Yeah, of course, it doesn't potentially make sense, but yeah, it's just for me the shock, and that's kind of just the craziness of this season already, even though we're only halfway through. Yeah,
that is nuts. That is nuts. You don't have any fun story, like anything happened on tour that you can remember that it was like, holy shit. Any fun nights out? I mean, I know you get like, are you guys all dads right now?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pass you over to Ricey.
What about your Mexico member?
Oh yeah, that Mexico, dude.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, this is a
typical Ricey story.
Well, so we basically were sat having dinner, me, Adam, and Smarty, and the Silent Assassin was with us, weren't he?
Yeah.
The Silent Assassin's Lee Warren. He caddies for Thomas Dietrich. I mean, he has more nicknames than bloody I don't know what.
Why do they call him the Silent Assassin?
No, he called no.
He called himself the Silent Assassin.
He named himself the Silent Assassin.
He named himself. I mean, he's called Olympic Lee. He's got the Silent Assassin. What else has he got? Ads?
No, the two stand out.
He's got a long list, hasn't he?
Well, they called him the leaf blower. They called him the leaf blower for a while.
The leaf blower.
He went back to greenkeeping. He was giving it. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm greenkeeping, guys. I'm greenkeeping. Oh yeah, I'm doing the greens." He never went near a green. He was blowing leaves every day for a year. Never went near a mower.
The leaf blower.
Both is the best.
Oh fuck! The Silent Assassin.
So we're sat there having dinner, and we noticed that there was these like 2 good-looking girls that was sat at the bar behind. So whatever, there was 2 guys that was sat at the other end of the bar, and like the 2 lads are on the way out, and one of them's just ploughed straight in. So we were all like, "Go on, son!" Like, good effort. Like you've just probably gone in on one of the hottest chicks in the bar. So they're like chatting away, and they start talking about like tattoos and stuff randomly. So he's there for about half an hour grafting. Next thing he ups and leaves. So next thing, there's 2 other guys come in. I mean, he must be in his 50s, this guy, and he's got. The only way I could describe him was he looked like one of the Augusta members from the Masters. He had a green jacket on, a white shirt with tie, with pants, and at the time I didn't really see what shoes he had on. So these 2 guys are now sat next to these 2 chicks. Sure enough, they start talking about tattoos randomly. So I'm like, right, tattoo must be the theme of the night here. So anyway, we pay up, and we're about to leave. And this guy's got his back to me, and I'm like, I've gone over and I've like tapped this guy on the shoulder, said, "Bloody hell, mate, it looked like you've just fell out of the Augusta National Clubhouse." Turns round, he's got a Masters tie on, he's got these Jordan white and green and yellow Jordan master shoes on. He goes, "Yeah, I did. I'm a member there." And I'm like, shut the front door. He's like, yeah, I'm a member. So these two girls are like, I was like, well, I started joking. I'm like, so the theme of the night's tattoos then, I take it, innit? I was like, I've got a great one here of Augusta National, like joking. I didn't really. I was just taking the piss. But this guy turns out, so I get chatting to him. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm the head of the Mexican Golf Federation. I was like, and there's me taking the piss out of him, saying he's just fell out of Augusta National. I'm stood there on my own because these have left me and they've walked out. Next thing, like a couple of minutes later, Smarty comes in. And I said, oh, meet my mate Jonathan. Like, I was like, this is Carlos. He's a member of Augusta. I was like, Smarty caddy for Danny when he won the Masters. And he's like, oh, I remember Danny. We're in 5 minutes. He's like, we have a golf course in Cancun that we'd love you to, like, I want to personally invite you to my golf course and be my guest of mine. I'm like, so I've gone from taking the piss out of him to we're now his guest at one of his golf clubs in Cancun. It was unbelievable. He was friends with Scott O'Neill. He was showing me these shoes that he's had made for Scott with Live Golf on the back. And I'm like, this is the most fucking bizarre thing I've ever done. Like, took the piss out of this guy and we've now become best friends with him. And he's like, take my number. Like, we've kept in contact and he wants us to maybe do some stuff with the Caddies over in Mexico. And it's fucking bizarre.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I got a theory, dude. I think these, like, the big wigs is what I call them, the guys who have a lot of money, big name, big club. I think they'd rather you treat them like a normal dude. They don't want you to go and be like, hey, how you doing, sir? Like, I've always gone up to these guys and just always been me, taking the piss, cracking jokes. And yeah, have I swung and missed a fuck ton? Absolutely, yeah. But the guys who I'm buddies with now are all with me because I was me. You know, if you went up to him and you were like, and you knew who he was, and you went, hey, sir, nice to meet you, he wouldn't have given you the time of day.
No.
But you fucking took the piss out of his fucking shoes and his tie. So he's like, why'd you come to Cancun, bro?
Fucking brilliant, Smarty, weren't it?
It was unbelievable, yeah.
But listen, I'm like that with everyone. I'm never, I wouldn't say, don't really kiss ass, but like, I'll always take the piss and have a joke and stuff. I'm like, I do that with Scott O'Neill, the CEO of LIV. I take the piss out of him all the time. But like he loves it. He loves it though. Like he plays paddle, and we just shit talk about playing paddle all the time. Like, and it's like he gets on better with you. He doesn't want you to kiss his ass. He's like a normal guy who wants you to take the piss, and he'll shoot the shit with you. And I think that's the way people like it.
I do too. I don't think people want their ass kissed, no matter what. I mean, yeah, obviously, we all know, especially Kenny at the club level, there are guys that you have to, like, cater to, like Mr. $5 up there. Yeah. You know, and they want all that. But, like, most of the people at these clubs who are big, who have a lot of money, just want to be normal dudes and hang out, which is so cool. It's so cool.
Can we get some insight from you, Tip the Caddie? What have you been doing since we last spoke to you? You got any new adventures going on? And
yeah, I mean, well, obviously we're doing the virtual pod now, like weekly. But I went over to your neck of the woods, like right after I think a year after we spoke. I think I went to the UK, and it was kind of rad. Played,
and you didn't hit us up. You asshole.
Yeah, no. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that was kind of shitty of me.
You're definitely not getting discounts on Caddy Clubhouse now. We were about to send you a coupon.
To be honest, I didn't know when your season ended, and I don't know. But we are going to go back to Europe in November. If you guys are going to be out there, would definitely love to hang out. But, dude, I played Carnoustie, which I was playing the easiest it has ever played. Have you guys ever caddied at Carnoustie?
Yeah.
For an Open? Or for a British Open?
Yeah.
Yeah, both, yeah.
It's hard. It's hard as shit when the wind blows and the weather's and the rough's up.
Oh, dude. So I played this course. The rough was way down. You could spray it anywhere, and there was no wind. I had a rental set that was bending in half when I was hitting the ball. Still managed to shoot an 82. I was fucking flying out there. Like I could hit it anywhere, and I was like, this course isn't even hard. And the caddy was like, dude, just shut the fuck up.
I think that's what it's like when we caddy at the Dunhill Links there, because the amateurs and stuff, they cut the rough right down, so it's like a bit wide open. The greens are a bit slower, but like open. When that course is set up for an open, it's tight, roughs up, wind. It's brutal.
What's your guys' best finish at Carnoustie? Do you guys remember?
Jesus.
The year Frankie won, I think we finished maybe just inside the top 30.
Damn, that place is fucking hard.
I can't remember. I think we missed the cut.
I can't remember we did.
We had a great week there. We had I was caddying for Emiliano Grillo at the time, and he was scared of cold weather. Like, he's Argentinian, and as soon as you get cold, he loses all feel, and it was just like, this is going to be the long, because it was freezing as well when we were there.
Yeah.
In the middle of summer.
And then
where else did you play?
I somehow got on the old course. I put my name in the singles lot at it closes at 4:30. I put my name in the singles lot at 4. Went straight to the Dunvegan, hammered like 6 Guinnesses from 4:30 to 5 because I didn't want the bad news. And then I got my fucking tee time 11:56, and I just shot my beer to the sky. Made a fucking scene. It was awesome. Have you guys caddied there too?
I've played there. Right, and I'll tell you a story. I was playing in the St Andrews Links there, and I remember stood on that first hole, right? And it is the widest fairway in the world, innit? Like, even you could fucking hit it, right? With a rental set.
I got a story about that. I remember
stood on that first tee, and I remember I was hitting 2-iron. remember the nice slingshot 2-iron. I had this nice slingshot too, and I was like, fucking walked on that tee. I was like, you can't miss this fairway. And then I stood there and I'm thinking, fucking don't hit this out of bounds. I was about a yard from hitting it out of bounds on the right. I like semi-shanked this thing. I fucking was about this far from hitting it out of bounds. I mean, it's 150 yards wide.
Dude, you want to? Here's what happened to me. I'm on the first tee. My buddy, me and Paul. My buddy, he's a member at St. Andrews, so he gets to go in like the little club thing on the left. They got this like restaurant. We had this like proper Scottish breakfast, hammered Irish coffee, 4 Guinnesses, all before 11. Just get to the course. I'm feeling fucking great. I'm on this tee. I got this rental set. It's not too whippy. I'm like, I got this. This is so easy. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna hit a nice little cut. No. I fucking hit this ball, and it goes dead left, and it's going. I'm seeing 100 yards, 110, 120. I'm like, there's no fucking way. It's going right for a car. It hits the ground, and you know the fence over there, that white fence, how it's not like a fence. It's just got like a little stake every about 10 yards. It hits the fucking little post and kicks back into play. Like, I would have gone out if it wasn't for that post. That's how my round started, dude.
Why did you have a rental set if you were going over there to play them courses? Why didn't you take your own clubs?
Well, because like it's just a pain in the ass. Because we went to Ireland, and then we went to Scotland, and then we went to London.
What'd you tip your caddy at Carnoustie and then at St Andrews?
So I didn't have a caddy at St Andrews. So I actually went out and played golf with a member of Carnoustie who was also a caddy. Pretty fucking cool.
Hang on a minute. And you played what, St Andrews or Carnoustie? Sorry.
Carnoustie is where I just carried my own bag. Me and a caddy like played together. He's a member there too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about St Andrews?
St Andrews, I had this guy named Ian. He was the man, and I remember sitting at breakfast with Paul, and I was like, "Hey, can I get some cash?" He's like, "How much do you need?" I go, "I need 200." He goes, "Oh, that's too much." I go, "Dude, I don't care. Like, I'm giving him what I'd give someone in America. That's just my standard. If you're carrying my bag, I'm giving you minimum $200.
Fuck me. Can I caddy for you in the off season?
That's just me. I mean, I grew like that's just how that's sort of like the Hamptons way. That's sort of that New York, Boston vibe. Like when you're carrying a bag, like, it's 200 a strap. That's what it is. And then like most guys now are throwing more. And like, yes, I understand the demographic here, but just that New York, Boston vibe. That's kind of I've always grown up. Like I'm always throwing heavy on the tips.
But I think that proves that like the amount of money that can be in caddying in terms of like if you caddy at these courses and the Americans come over, they're so used to tipping big when you're in the States that they have this. If they all have the same mindset as you, like if you're getting paid £100 a round and you're getting £200 tip, like you can double bag and make £600 a day. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, see, it's like for me, like that's the one thing we try to navigate too is like obviously you have something from the check from the club. Like I'm just trying to make sure my boy gets for like if he's double bagging $400, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
$400, $500. I mean, if you shoot like I never have a set amount of money I'm going to give my guy. I know the minimum I'm going to give my guy, which is like 200, making sure he gets that $400. But like if he blows the doors off, I shoot a career round, I make a dope. He really makes the round. I'm going to give him more. I got no problem going above and beyond for a guy who's out there busting his ass for my fucking terrible play. You know what I mean?
You look at it from a caddy perspective. That's why, because that's what you do.
Yeah, yeah. So, and like,
where did you play in Ireland?
I played at this place called Powers Court. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it or not. I never heard of it till I got there. I just like went there. I was like, "You guys got a rental set?" They're like, "Yeah." It was shitty. It was wet. It was rainy. I was by myself. I was sick, but I was loving every second of it.
That's a summer's day in Ireland, man.
Dude, we should get together. When is your guys' off season?
Next week.
Yeah, it could be 26, 27, 28, 29.
We finished the end. The end of August.
I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna start the show right there.
We finished the end of August. We're due to play a few international events, but we have LIV finishes end of August till February time. So we've got quite a lot of time off.
Do you know something that I don't, Ricey?
Huh?
Do you know something I don't? You said what's happening in February?
Well, Australia's been announced, hasn't it?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, this is what I've been confused.
Come on,
about
Adam. Let's bring some positivity to the table. We have faith. Let's go.
I'm gonna be Captain Positive here for a second. I read online that like 4 dates are confirmed for 2027.
Yeah, let's bring you.
I don't think it's. I think for golf for professional golf, I think it's really bad if LIV goes away. I think it needs to stay.
Really?
Yeah, well, like, it's going to screw every tour if this goes away.
How? That's not me being a dick. I'm just trying to figure out.
Right, well, where do you, so, like, everyone goes on from an outside perspective, like, oh, they're not going to, the PGA Tour are, like, shutting shop and they're not going to let the players back, and there's talk for the DP World Tour, like, where are these guys going to play then? Yeah, like if everyone goes on about that we want to see the best players together. Now, if you're shutting shop, how are you going to see the best players together?
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense to have.
It doesn't make sense. So like the only way that you're going to see these guys play the best is, I mean, like I say, LIV's been great for us. It's been great for the players.
Yeah, I think
it'll keep going. Like Smarty said, I think it's great. It's not great if it goes away. Like the PGA Tour, I don't think could be in the position that they're in now if it weren't for LIV.
I 100% agree with you. There'd be big discrepancies over pay because you got the best players in the world. Like think about this, you could be the 50th best person in the world at golf. 50. Or 51, really, because the top 50 are doing okay. 51, and you're really not making too much money.
Well, it's tours. It's 2 tours over there now, basically, isn't it? On the PGA Tour. Well, the PGA Tour is basically split into 2 tours. Like, you get guys that don't get in the signature events. Like,
yeah,
the playing.
Yeah, to be honest, it did kind of feel that way with we went to the Cognizant. And it was just I couldn't, and this is no disrespect because all the caddies there were awesome and like we were handing out our merch there, but like I didn't really know any big names. And then all of a sudden we go to Doral, it's like every big name is there. It's kind of like, you have the tour of guys that aren't really that known and a couple big stars in the non-signature events, and then you have the signature events. It's like, okay, it's a star fest. So you're right. It is kind of two tours in that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like listen, they're playing for $20 million in eight or nine events. Is it 8 signature events?
Yeah.
Like any competition is good competition, I think. Like you get the old traditionalists that are like, oh, I don't like it. I like the old way of playing golf and stuff like that. But times move on. Like these guys are still so competitive. It's ridiculous. And
what I don't understand is
numerous tours.
What I don't understand is why it's become such like almost political in a sense. And you're just like, dude, it's 2 tours. Like this happens all the time in sports where like a new tour tries to come up, tries to outdo. It's basic competition. You know what I mean? It's basic. Like if these guys are gonna put up the money, if LIV can go out and find more money to pay these guys, like why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Why not have 2 tours? My biggest miss, I think that both tours have missed out on, is doing a Ryder Cup style LIV versus PGA. It does not have to be LIV versus PGA in all the weird senses. It could just be like you said, competition. Like then it would be pretty cool to be like, oh, PGA won it this year, LIV won it this year. Like that's my opinion. What do you guys think?
But the lads still get on. That's the thing. Like you see the LIV guys like go to the majors, and the PGA Tour guys, the majors. They're all buddies. They all play the same golf clubs in Jupiter. Like they're all mates. So it's not as if like they all hate each other for playing on a different tour. It's just, I think the media make a big thing of it. I think the media is the problem. I mean, if we never had social media or media nowadays, I don't think anyone would be bothered about it. It'd just be all right. It's another tour. It's another good league full of 50-odd guys that are really good at golf competing against each other. And you've got that tour, and you've got the Asian tour, and you've got the Japanese tour, and you've got the DP World Tour. It is what it is. It's just it wouldn't be as big a deal as what it is now. But everyone see the best players playing together. That's the thing.
Yeah, I really hope they're like down the line there comes, certainty for you guys, because you guys are awesome dudes. You deserve to have just like for all that you guys have done for the game with the tournaments won, the majors played in. Like you guys should of all people have job security, and I hope things get settled for you guys because it's a weird time. It's a weird time, but I have no doubt that I personally think without LIV, the tour would be in a much worse place. And I think if there's one thing above all that they've done better is the way they treat you guys, the way they treat caddies on the LIV tour. When you guys first told me about, you guys going to the club and you guys are asking about where the tent was, and then they were like, nah, come into the clubhouse. I was like, that's fucking cool. That's a tour that's like, hey, you guys are part of the fucking team too. You're getting in here. That's
we're all like, they can't do enough for you. It's all like one big family. And I think the team aspect as well, everyone's like, they're loving the team side of it. They all sit on the same tables having dinner and breakfast and playing practice rounds together and stuff. It's great.
That's cool. Do you guys ever change your fucking caddying just based on the team thing?
No.
No? Okay. I was just thinking if you were like talking strategy, maybe like, No,
because I think for us it's the individual. Like you're trying to post the best individual score to help the team. You're never going to go, well, if we make bogey and we knock them out and stuff. I mean, you're caddying for your man who's trying to post the best score possible and try and finish as high up on the individual leaderboard as you can, which then takes effect into the team side of it. Yeah. But it's funny, tell them the story about when we played in we didn't play with you, we played with Thomas Dietrich in Hong Kong, and we were coming down the last, and obviously him and TP were tied second in the individual, weren't you, Ads?
Oh yeah.
And Adam was stood at the back of the green, tied second, and Thomas Dietrich's hit it into probably 6-8 feet. for Birdie to knock Adam out a second, and you could see Adam like they were obviously winning the team event. Adam was so happy, thinking, "Oh, it's great," but he was willing fucking Dietrich's put out, thinking, "You're gonna lose me money."
But it was all right. It was my mate. It was all right. Honestly, it helped that it was my mates. So
it's great. That's what I mean. It's all friendly banter because him and obviously Warney are good mates. But it's just funny.
That's awesome.
It's just funny how it is.
Fellas, we've been going for a while. Is there anything that you guys want to ask? Anything you guys want to talk about before I get into the last couple questions here?
No.
All right. Let me wrap it up with the we call it the last call. So, ladies and gentlemen, Adam, Ricey, Jonathan, guys, thank you so much again for coming on. I hope you had a good time. I hope the next time we do this, we can be in person, chilling on the couch, having some spike dates, drinking, maybe play some golf. But, like, it's time for the last call. Boys, I want to go around the horn here. I want to know, where is the best place in America that you have gone out for a beer in the States? Like, what's your personal favorite?
Montauk.
Yeah.
Montauk? Really?
Montauk.
What was the bar? Do you remember it?
Oh, what was the bar, Smarty?
You're just throwing Smarty under the bus there, dude.
Can't remember what it was called. There was a few of them.
I bet it was awesome, dude.
It was a good bar.
It's a great bar, dude.
Yeah, that was Rice's. Adam, where's yours?
I need to Google it. Hang on.
Oh no, I know what he's gonna say. Don't say it live on air, Adam.
No, you gotta say it now,
It
dude.
could be,
No.
It
It's not
could
what
be
you
an
think.
expensive one.
It's got to. All ours would be the same, but we're not going to say that.
So it's called the Gaslight. What are you laughing at?
What's it called?
It's called the Gaslight. It's described as a. My wife hopefully won't listen to this. A cougar bar. Didn't know that. That's maybe why it was so I enjoyed it so much. Didn't realise that at the time. Yeah, the Gaslight. It's just inland. From
Have you just renamed it?
The Gaslight. I think we missed the cut at the when we were in LA for the US Open a few years ago, and me and Thomas's coach went out and we ended up in the Gaslight till. What a place! Fantastic place.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Smarty, dude. It's a cougar bar.
I didn't know that. That's what Google was telling me.
I can't wait to hear Smarty.
Smarty, what's yours, man?
It's not the best bar I've been in. It's not the best bar I've been in. What are you laughing at?
Me and Smarty have been going out for probably, 15 years. So I know every bar that Smarty's pretty much been into. Now I know what his best bar is, and I can't wait to hear what he says. Come on, Smarty.
No, it's not.
Oh, I know what it's going to be. It's not a bar, though, is it?
Well, is
it 11?
Probably we'd all have the same.
He's froze at the right time.
But
He's froze at the right
best
time. Look
bar
at him.
on tour.
Adam, just send him a $5 tip over so we can pay for
Oh,
it.
there
he is.
There he is.
Come on, Smarty, win me some money. We've all had a bet on what your best bar is.
Yeah, we've got odds.
What are the options?
Well, we're not going to tell you. You've got to tell us.
No, I'm going to play it safe because I know what you've probably bet. The best bar I think on tour for caddy as a caddy bar is that Doral Hotel bar. I think is the best.
Really?
Place. Yeah, we always every night in there is I think mega.
That's awesome. Was that place popping like when they were doing the WGC events there?
Yeah, and the LIV events. Yeah.
Where would you go after that though, Smarty?
I'd just go to bed.
All right. We're gonna reel it in with something sentimental, maybe not. All right, you guys have been doing this a long time. where do you want your last loop to be? Like, what course? Who do you want to have? Who do you want to be on the bag? Like, when you hang up the career, what do you want your last loop ever to look like?
That is a great question, by the way.
I know I'm really good at my job.
For me, it's got to be around Augusta.
You were going to say that.
It's got to be like it's like the. I wouldn't even care who I'm caddying for, just caddying around Augusta.
Yeah.
In the tournament, last round, like, yeah, easy. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I do think that place takes some beating, even though it's the hardest week of your fucking life, mentally.
It's not as hard as Sun City. Sun City is way hard.
Yeah, but that's different though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to be on, but it's the Masters, and you've got to be on the ball at every point and it's a long. The rounds take 5.5 hours minimum.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh, it's slow, but like it's quite undulating, which you don't really get the full effects on TV. Yeah, but I think Smarty's right. Augusta it does take some beating that week, especially.
Adam, what about you? Where's your last one? Who's it with?
My last one is going to go. I'm going to go back to my roots, and I'm going to say I'd like to walk around Queenwood one final time, and just finish the journey where it all started.
Pissing on a towel?
I didn't piss in the towel.
Brilliant. That is so good.
I witnessed somebody piss in a towel, then put it back on their bag with a wedge, and then the rest is history. I love that story.
God damn, we're gonna repost that once we put this out. But last question, boys. Who should we have on next on the Tip Your Caddie podcast? Who do you guys think we should have on? You guys got any recommendations on tour club caddies? I
think there's 2 caddies on tour that you would have an absolute blast with, and they will tell you so many stories. Billy Foster or Terry Mundy.
Yeah.
But an old school caddy, right? And I don't know who does Squirrel caddy for now, Adam?
I'm not even sure. Has he gone back to the scene? No, he's on the seniors with Soren.
He caddied for Soren Kelson. He caddied for Jeff Ogilvy. That guy is probably the funniest guy I've ever met in my life. Like, he's so dry.
You've got to tell the Riviera story.
Oh, I don't really know. I know it, but
I think that's out there, the story, isn't it? He did that on a podcast with Jeff, didn't he, recently?
Oh, did he? He tells it. It's amazing as well.
All right, I'll get him on. That sounds like a time.
At Riviera.
Yeah. Which?
Adam, you've got to tell that one while he's on.
I'll tell you the short version. Okay. They're playing Riv. He's caddying for Jeff Ogilvy.
10th hole.
Jeff doesn't want to go for it. Squirrel says go for it, or it's vice versa. Anyway, it's you either take it on or you lay it up. Riviera 10. There's a discrepancy on what they want to do strategy wise. Jeff does the opposite to what the caddy says. Ends up making 6 on a par 4, makes a double. Anyway, get to 11, par 5, tee off. Anyway, Jeff goes to walk off the tee, and as he's walking off the tee, Squirrel's phone rings. Like, it's on loud, like a proper old school Nokia ring. I'm not just talking like some bullshit iPhone. This is a proper old school ring. Anyway, he proceeds to answer it and starts talking on the phone. And like, Jeff's just made double. He's thinking, my caddy is on the phone. Like, this is just, what is he doing? Anyway, finishes the conversation. He says, what are you doing, Alistair? Name's Alistair. Alistair, what are you doing? He said, oh, it's my mum. What did she want? She said it was driver off the last. And he tells the story better, I'm sure.
She wanted to know why you went driver on the last. Fucking brilliant. But them 3 guys, mate, you'll have the stories that they've got at a different level.
I think if you get any caddy on this, we've all got our own unique traits and stories and weird. I mean, we're not normal people, let's be fair.
No, we're not.
I think anybody you can get on brings good value. I think I would like, you know, getting some of the club caddies I know back in the UK would be great.
Oh, dude,
Have you had any like St Andrews caddies on, or have you had any like?
No, but there's a guy. Is it James? James Ian? Oh, fuck! I just sent him a bunch of hats. I gotta look it up. What's his name? I want to make sure I properly shout him out.
You should get a player on that's been really good with the caddies as well. He probably.
Well, to be honest, boys, I don't know if you guys are down for this, but like in the off season, I don't know how much time you hang out with your player, or like you guys are coming to Bedminster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right up the road, dude. If you guys have any time, if you guys want to sit down with your players and do that, that's something I think people would love to see is you guys going back and forth on your relationship. Like that.
You should get Harold and Ricey on. They'll never shut up. You'll not get.
I would love that. Any of you guys with your players would be sick. I think if you guys are around in Bedminster, I know you guys are busy, but if you got time, I can drive down there. I know the Bedminster guys very well. It's a vibe there. Fuck, you guys should play there. It's awesome. It's hard as shit, by the way. Good luck. That place is hard.
Yeah, it is, to be fair.
Yeah, hard fucking course. Oh, well, boys, I think we'll wrap it here, man. I really can't thank you guys enough for coming on again. It means a lot to me. I mean, you guys are, you know, freaking tour caddies, man. Like, it means a lot that you'd come on my podcast and, like, shoot the shit. You guys are awesome guys. You're building something really sick with Caddy Clubhouse, and, you know, I wish you guys all the best going forward with LIV and your careers and, you know, everything.
You too,
Thanks,
mate.
buddy.
Good luck with everything you're doing.
Cheers, Dougie.
All right, boys. All right, guys, don't forget.
Thanks for having us on, pal. We look forward to catching
Absolutely.
up again.
Like, comment, and don't forget to tip your caddy.
Tip your caddy.
See you, mate.